As of late, the Mariners are playing in the Metrodome better than they are in their home domed stadium. And that was the case last night. Tonight, the Twins will try to pick up their first win in this series with the Mariners. And welcome inside the Metrodome, Dick Bramer along with Bert Blyleven. The Mariners won again last night. The Mariners started this road trip with a 7-game losing streak. Now they've won 3 in a row, and I'm not sure that this is a good time at all to be playing Seattle.
Well, the Twins have been playing good ball, but when you run into a ball club like Seattle that's won 15 out of the last 18 ball games here at the Dome, you don't want to face them. And then last night, Eric Milton finding out that there's another club other than the Kansas City Royals. Last night, Pat Mears started it off with his 3rd home run of the year, coming in the 2nd inning, giving the Twins a lead. But then young Eric Milton finding out that, hey, they're leading the American League in home runs. Ken Griffey hitting his 7th and the 29th already for the Mariners.
And what we saw last night was the Mariners have a lot of pitching. They also have some very good left-handed pitching. Jeff Fassero, after a little bit of a rough start, settled down in the middle innings and didn't give the Twins much of anything to look at after the 2nd inning. An 11-6 Seattle win, a good start for Jeff Fassero, just his 2nd of the year, and Eric Milton will live to tell about it another day. 3 2/3 innings and 7 earned runs in his 3rd major league start. And what we have seen in this series so far, these Mariner hitters are very, very good when you throw it over the plate, but they're so good that sometimes, even when the pitcher throws a pretty decent pitch, they're able to do something with it.
Well, you look at this Mariner ball club, they are a good fastball hitting ball club. Last night, Eric Milton tried to go fastball changeup, and you can see, even though they didn't have good swings at Eric Milton, they just found the right spot, and this is just a misplayed ball by Marty Cordova that just prolonged the agony for Eric Milton.
They've had a lot of bad luck on this road trip, the Mariners have, and some good fortune last night, and their 2nd win in as many games against the Minnesota Twins in this series. The good news for the Twins is now they've got the veteran on the mound, and the Mariners have the rookie pitcher or the young pitcher.
Well, Bob Tewksbery, 37 years old, has been around as long as almost you, Dick. But Bob Tewksbery, good control, and he's going to need that tonight against the Mariners.
And it was just about a year ago he came up with one of the better games of his career, throwing a shutout against the Mariners in Seattle. He'll be going against Ken Cloude, talented young right-hander. He made an impression early last year with the Seattle Mariners. He is their starter tonight. So we'll be back with the first pitch as the Twins try to get back to the 500 mark in just a moment.
The story? Get the world's fastest sport utility vehicle. Introducing the Grand Cherokee 5.9 Limited. Peterson's 4-wheel and off-road magazine's 4x4 of the year.
This season, maybe you're planning to break ground and plant a tree. But please call before you dig, so you can find out the location of buried utility lines. And that could save you from digging a hole you can't get out of. Call before you dig. This safety message is from NSP.
Grow a beautiful lawn and save at Menard. Performance grass seed is blended to provide hardy growth. Choose 3-pound bags of sunny or shady area grass seed. Now only $1.99 and don't pay till next year. Get your lawn furniture ready for another summer with new Wellington cushions. They're all on sale, including these, at only $9.99. Buy now and don't pay till next year during Menard's Project Days.
Save big money at Menard's.
Here you see the Champion Auto Store's Crown Auto Service Center's starting lineup. Joey Cora leading off for the Mariners, and Alex Rodriguez, Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, David Segui, Glenn Allen Hill, Jeff Hewson, Dan Wilson, and Ryan Redmanovich. All lined up to face veteran Bob Tewksbery.
Bob Tewksbery making his 4th starter of the year, his 255th career start. Has had some good success against the Mariners in the past. 3-1 lifetime.
First pitch to Cora. That's the way to start the ballgame.
Yes.
you will see that that ball was hit to Ron Coomer as we look at our Menards defense and thrown over to David Ortiz. Todd Walker back in the lineup at second. Pat Mears still bothered by a sore ankle. He is starting at short. Matt Lawton moving over to left, and Orlando Merced moving to right field with Marty Cordova taken out of the lineup again tonight. One down, Alex Rodriguez comes to the plate. It was 1 year ago tomorrow in Seattle when Bob Tewksbery said he pitched one of his maybe 2 best games of his career. It was a 6-hit shutout. The Twins won 4-0 at the Kingdome. And for a guy who wanted to make a strong early impression with his new team, he sure did so that night. That was a Brad Radke's 20 wins notwithstanding. That was one of the pitching highlights of the year. Rodriguez bounces a single to left with 1 out.
Batting third, number 24, the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
Watch Bob Tewksbery, fastball away. And when Bob Tewksbury's on, not too many fly balls, a lot of ground balls. Will take a lot off. There Rodriguez finds the hole between Coomer and Mears.
Rodriguez aboard and Ken Griffey Jr. at the plate. And the first pitch misses, ball 1. I talked with Griffey this afternoon about his impressions of Eric Milton, and Griffey hit his 7th home run of the year last night against Milton, but he thought he's going to be a very good pitcher. We thought that he was throwing nothing but fastballs to Griffey. This one's drilled to center field, and Rodriguez will dig for third and be in safely. Griffey said that Milton threw him some cutters and a slider in last night's game, but Griffey bemoaned the fact that he hasn't been getting many hits. You saw his average in the 270s, but he hit this ball right on the button.
Well, he's still leading the American League with RBIs. Here Ken Griffey Jr. waits back on a fastball, lining it so hard that Rodriguez held up for a second. And hustling over to third. The Seattle ball club coming into this game hitting .285 as a ball club, 5th in the American League.
Edgar Martinez struggling in the opening weeks of the season. Driving one to right center field. This is trouble, and it is off the wall. Rodriguez scores easily. Griffey around third. He'll score. It's a 2-run double for Edgar Martinez. And the Mariners have jumped out to a quick lead.
Well, we saw it in last night's ball game how quick the Seattle Mariners can put runs on the board. Martinez just hitting at 200 here, just gets a fastball. It's a mistake by Tewksbury and off the baggie. And Ken Griffey Jr. had a great jump. As soon as this ball was up in the air, he was taken off.
Almost beat Rodriguez to the plate. So 2 are in. Martinez is at second, and David Segui comes to the plate. Strike 1. It's amazing what can happen to a team. One play, one incident can turn everything around. And the Seattle people are talking about the skirmish, if you will, the Mariners had with the Indians. There's a grounder to the right side. Walker scoops it up to Ortiz for the second out, and Martinez moves up to third. But the bench clearing, and to say it was a brawl might be misleading, but the situation they had with the Indians seems to have really dramatically turned the attitude around in the Seattle clubhouse.
I'll tell you, Dick, I've been on ball clubs where you use the word brawl, but a misunderstanding between clubs, and then you get players upset at the opposing team, sometimes brings teams closer together. Well, we knew this club could hit. You knew in spring training watching the Seattle Mariners, they're going to hit their home runs, they're going to get their hits. But let's see, what happens to the pitching staff. That's their big question mark for the Seattle Mariners. Last in the American League with a 6.41 earned run average of the starting staff.
Off the knuckles and foul ground. Steinbach can't quite get there. Terry had to run through the batter's box, and he didn't trip over anything, but he came perilously close.
Well, it's a good fastball in, but watch Terry right here, and that's all the stuff that he kind of has to run around. And just hitting right off the end of his glove. Good effort. About 4 donuts in that box, or a little circle, pine tar, a couple weighted bats.
Now, in the offseason, Terry wouldn't run past the donuts.
No,
he might stop and have one or two, but not during the season. 2 strikes to Hill, 1-2. The biggest problem with the Mariners, of course, not the offense, not the starting pitching, but the bullpen, and that seems to have righted itself rather abruptly. Hill strikes out. 2 for the Mariners in the first on Martinez's double to right center.
It's about time and finding faster ways to take new ideas from drawing board to reality. It's about the search for methods to make machinery last longer or make a long drive seem shorter. It's about making time to look beyond the obvious. And most of all, about taking time to listen. All things change through time. Cars, trucks, and a company.
Just in case you were wondering, Kent Hrbek's life is great. First, I get to play 13 great seasons with the Minnesota Twins. Now I get to sit in stands with my buddies and enjoy a cold one at a great price. Every Friday night, fans 21 and over receive 2 seats in the Bud Bleacher section, 2 hot dogs, and 2 cold drinks for only $18. What a deal. Yeah, life is great.
Here's the Twins, Champion Auto Stores, Crown Auto Service Center's starting lineup. Otis Nixon leading off, then Matt Lawton, Paul Molitor, David Ortiz, Ron Coomer, Orlando Merced, Terry Steinbach, Todd Walker, and Pat Mears. And this will be Ken Cloude's second appearance against the Minnesota Twins.
They faced the Twins last year in September and ended up getting a win against LaTroy Hawkins and the Minnesota Twins. Ken Cloude, only 23 years old. This is his 4th start this year.
And he'll face Otis Nixon with the Twins trailing 2-0. Twins doing a very good job scoring runs this year, even though Nixon, as you see, has not contributed much in terms of getting on base and stealing bases. 1-1. The Menards defense for Seattle. Jeff Hewson at third base again. Alex Rodriguez, Joey Cora, David Segui. Ryan Redmanovich, who a month ago was still property of the Minnesota Twins, is in right field. Over the mound, Cora, nice pickup, throws him out. What a play by Joey Cora.
Well, to get an Otis Nixon, that's the only way Joey Cora could have made this play. You can't wait back because of Otis's speed. It's a high chopper over the mound. But Joey Cora, nice little play right there and a good strong throw. Had a little trouble getting the ball out, but still able to make a good strong throw.
Look at that
to
hop,
Segui.
right on the edge of the
there.
rug. So Nixon's retired and Matt Lawton comes to the plate. Gone. Absolutely, completely, totally gone. his third of the year. And it's a 2-1 ball game.
Didn't take long to get out. First ball hitting Matt Lawton. That's where left-handers like it, right there, down and in. A nice uppercut swing. And as soon as he hit this ball, you said it right, gone. That's where I used to give him up there. Now that's a poke.
Now if the Twins can follow through and hit 3 or 4 of them like that, this will bring back some memories, won't it? 427 feet. Here's Molitor taking ball 1. Molitor has played in every game. Last night got career hit number 3,200. Two and 0.
Well, you don't realize how many hits that is until you start breaking it down to, say, 20 years. Unbelievable.
Well, just on the basis of 200 hits a year, and Paul has had some 200 hit seasons, but that's 16 of them.
Yeah, that's 160 hits for 20 years in a row.
To center field, Griffey jogs in, and he makes a play for out number 2. Twins operators are standing by tonight. If you'd like to come here tomorrow, 33 Twins, 1-800-33-TWINS, and the Twins go to the West Coast, including a 3-game series in Seattle before returning home for their next homestand. So get out your pocket schedules or your refrigerator magnet schedules, or just call the Twins and tell them when you're going to be in town, and they'll try to line you up with tickets.
Now, you said they're standing around. You think maybe they're sitting, or you think they're standing?
My guess is they are sitting down. Here is David Ortiz. 2 doubles last night, 2 runs scored. Matt Lawton hitting one 427 feet. And he hit it almost far enough. If he had directed it a little toward right center a little bit more, he might have been able to hit the white curtain in the upper deck there. I suspect sometime this year David Ortiz will do that.
And he definitely has the power. He's hit safely in 10 of 11 games this year.
2 strikes to Ortiz. Ortiz has done a nice job when he's been behind in the count, still having productive at bats. We've not seen that from all the young or older Twins hitters, but Ortiz has handled himself pretty well in situations like this. Put a good swing on that ball and fouled it away.
Well, so far from Ken Cloude, the Seattle Mariners starter, fastball and a slider, occasional changeup and also curveball. Mainly a fastball type pitcher, will throw 91, 92 miles an hour, and a hard slider. Made the jump last year from Double-A to the big leagues.
2-2. He's a Baltimore native, and his major league debut came in Camden Yards, and he picked up the win. Had about 125 tickets reserved for the game, went 6 innings, gave up a couple of runs, and I don't know where his career is going to lead him, but I suspect that it's going to have to be a tremendous game for him to not have his major league debut listed as his major league highlight. That pitch a little bit high, called a strike, maybe on a check swing, but the Twins get one back in their half of the first.
Hi, Mark Rosen here along with Tom Lehman.
Inviting you to join us at the 1998 Dayton's Challenge on June 28th and 29th.
Some of the world's greatest champions have their sights set on the Minneapolis Golf Club.
Players like Nicklaus, Palmer, Player, and Couples.
All playing to benefit the Children's Cancer Research Fund. It's great golf for a great local cause, so dial Tom's Tee and order your Dayton's Challenge tickets today. Or visit the website at daytonschallenge.com.
The ultimate Derek Jeter dream date. First you call a girl. Tell her that you're preparing a perfect candlelight dinner for her. I throw in some R&B. I can't cook, so I'll order some food. Tell them to give me the works and put her on my Discover card. Splash on a little cologne. Throw on your apron. The Discover card cashback bonus is the icing on the cake. What else would she want to do but to watch highlights of us winning the World Series in 1996?
It pays to Discover. To apply, call 1-800-IT-PAYS-2. Accepted where you see the Novus sign.
Hey, this game plan's a winner. It's a gritty and challenging task, but Team Tires Plus trains hard to bring you world-class service, keeping your car in condition for the daily hustle on the gridiron. Tires Plus knows brakes. Tires Plus knows shocks and struts. Tires Plus knows tires. They're the top people for the bottom of your car.
Low warehouse prices, fast, world-class service, Tires Plus.
Early in his career, he displayed the athletic ability that made him a local hero. But when George Herman Ruth became known as the Babe, that's when the whole world took notice. At First Bank, we've made an important change too. First Bank is now U.S. Bank.
Bob Tewksbery has just delivered a strike on the outside corner to Jeff Hewson. And now Hewson backs out of the box. Hewson playing at third base in place of Russ Davis. Hewson last night, a couple of hits and 5 at bats, got a big double down the left field line. Cracked his bat there, and Tewksbery gets ahead of him 0-2. This has never been a place where visiting players have felt very comfortable. The Red Sox, for instance, over the years have just hated to come to this ballpark to play. But the Mariners have won 15 out of the last 18 games here. So as dismal as the road trip was for them prior to going to Cleveland, they were comforted, I'm sure, knowing that they were going to end up on this road trip in Minnesota. Lawton in left makes the catch for the first out.
I think, Dick, what you're going to see out of Bob Tewksbery tonight after that first inning, we're going to see a lot more breaking balls, a lot more cut fastballs. This Seattle ball club has this type of lineup that they can score runs just like that. Bob Tewksbery left some balls up to Rodriguez, Griffey, and Martinez, and boom, there's 2 runs.
Yeah, I think the damage done in the first inning occurred on 3 pitches, 3 successive pitches. Rodriguez got his base hit. I think Griffey went after the first pitch, and so did Martinez. 1 strike to Dan Wilson. Down the right field line, Merced makes the catch. 2 away.
And even on that pitch right there, Bob Tewksbery started him off with a fastball to get strike 1, and that's what Tewks has been able to do so good in his career. Get strike 1. Took a little off, got a fly ball to right field.
Here is Ryan Redmanovich. Worked his way through the minor league system with the Twins and made an impression this year. The Twins considered keeping him as a spare outfielder. 2 strikes to Redmanovich, and at the very end they needed to make room for Eric Milton on the 40-man roster. So to add Milton, they tried to sneak Redmanovich through waivers and send him down to AAA, and the Mariners picked him up.
Picked up his first major league hit here on Friday night against Mike Morgan, and his only major league hit.
1-2 to Redmanovich, and now 2-2. Redmanovich from Calgary, Alberta, the only major league player ever from Calgary.
Another Canadian, eh?
Right off the end of the bat, that's a fair ball. Coomer throwing on the run. Nice play. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Bob Tewksbery.
These days, it seems like there's a sport utility behind every tree. Well, here's a tip to help you choose the right one. Look for the one with innovations, like our elevated theater seating. The most power and towing capacity in its class. The strongest frame, the most seating configurations, the most room. You'll know it when you see it. Durango. New ground for the new Dodge.
We asked Catherine and David Martin to lend us their answering machine and try the US West voice messaging service. Catherine was thrilled because now she can talk on the phone and still get messages. David was delighted because now he can get messages without worrying about broken tapes or muffled messages. So it's no surprise that when we tried to return their old machine, they didn't seem a bit interested. US West. Life's better here.
Snapper's Great More for 44 deal. Buy any new Snapper ride-on mower and get a utility trailer for just 44 bucks. Buy any new Snapper rear-engine rider, tractor, or yard cruiser and get this handy utility trailer with a removable tailgate and dump action. You get more hauling, more dumping, more flexibility for just 44 bucks. So hook up with our utility trailer deal and get more for 44.
Snapper. Anything less just won't cut it.
The Twins were in the field for about 2.5 minutes.
And how many times has it happened? Guy makes a great play to end the inning, and he's the first one up next inning.
Now, you think this is a great play? This is a good play. I don't know if it's a great play.
Oh, it's a very great play. Look at this. You go try it. Ron Coomer has to come in. Off-balance throw. Still has enough on it. And he's out.
It's a good play.
Great play. They just make it look easy.
1-1 to Ron Coomer. And now 2-1. Twins facing Cloude, as we mentioned, for the second time. Coomer 2 hits in 9 at-bats in the series. 2 hits coming last night. And now 3-1. We were talking about Cloude in his major league debut against the Orioles. At the time, Lou Piniella said it was the best major league debut any starting pitcher had given him in his tenure in Seattle. A walk here to start the second inning. So Coomer's aboard for Orlando Merced. As the Twins approach the offseason, one of the areas they needed to address certainly was to provide Tom Kelly more left-handed pop in his lineup. And they signed Orlando Merced as a non-roster player, invited him to spring training. And of course, David Ortiz, a 22-year-old rookie, wasn't expected to make the team this year either. But both players have done a great job, to the point where, and I don't know whether you were jesting or not when we were filling out the lineups before, but I think you're right. I think this is the best lineup that the Twins can put out there right now, with both Merced and Ortiz in the lineup.
Well, look at the numbers that Orlando has been able to put up in really a short period of time. He's only made, this is his 6th start. So he was off to a good start. Very disciplined type hitter. Has some power.
Outside, 1-1. Now tonight, Merced is wearing glasses. Last night, when he was at the plate in a pinch hitting appearance, he didn't have glasses, and I asked him whether he was wearing contacts. He said yes, and how he decides whether he wants to wear contacts or glasses, he says, well, in an indoor ballpark where there is no wind that's going to blow dust into his eyes, he'll very often wear contact lenses, and that was the case last night. But he made it out, so he's as a baseball player, he's superstitious, so he's back with the glasses. 2-1 now to Merced. The Twins trailing 2-1. But the leadoff man is on here in the bottom of the second. Grounded right at Rodriguez. 6-4, 3 double play. So Cloude gets a big double play ball here in the second, and that'll bring up Terry Steinbach.
Well, Cloude doesn't have a lot of movement on his fastball, but if you put it in the right spot, you're going to get the ground ball. Take a look at the location of this pitch. Behind an account, you know Merced is looking fastball, and it just tails away, and it's a perfect double play ball. Nice feed to Cora from Rodriguez.
Terry Steinbach, the hitter, and he takes a strike. Terry had the great 2-game series in Tampa, and since then, and since then he hasn't gotten a hit. There's one.
See?
Pokes a base hit to right field, the second Twins hit, and that'll bring Todd Walker to the plate. Be sure to stay tuned tomorrow. These two teams simply don't like each other. Germany against Scotland tomorrow at 5:30. NFL Europe. We were talking last night about how if this were a military battle, it would be no contest at all. But as Larry Robertson, our outstanding statistician, he said that Scotland has the run and shoot offense. So, so that'll be on tomorrow at 5:30 on MSC. What in the world is Scotland doing playing Germany in football? Now, you know, in a golf match, I put my money on Scotland, you know, every time. But in football?
I was wondering if Holland has a team. When they play Germany, they just say, we give?
Yeah. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Could be the Holland Windmills or something like that, right? Can't imagine they'd be very good, though, wearing those wooden spikes.
No, tough.
1-1 to Walker, with Steinbach at first and 2 away. And now 1-2. Walker didn't start last night with a left-hander going. Brent Gates got the start. Gates hitless again last night. Really struggling at the plate. Nice job by Walker, keeping the at-bat alive. Walker's average, as you saw, just under the 300 mark. Nice stop by Wilson. He may be the best in the league at doing that, blocking balls in the dirt.
I guess these guys out of the University of Minnesota, they know how to block their balls. Right there.
You mean like Terry Steinbach, for instance, too?
Yes.
Good at blocking pitches. 2-2 to Walker. You ever consider during the offseason how much trouble I get you out of over the course of our telecasts?
I was just thinking that to you, you know, their pitching staff must be so bad. That's why these guys are so good at blocking balls.
2-2 to Walker.
Some things you just have to let go.
And Cloude having a tough time disposing of Walker in this at bat.
Yeah, this is a good at bat for Todd Walker. Last year we saw Todd Walker take some called third strikes on that pitch away. Doing a good job of, and those are pretty good pitches, just fouling them off.
It was a contagious problem with Twins hitters last year. Another 2-2 to Walker. Grounded to the right side and through for a base hit. Now it's a good at bat. Yes. He was rewarded. He got something he could hook a little bit and rolled one through the right side. So yes, Todd Walker with a fine at bat to prolong the inning.
And that's what Tom Kelly and Terry Crowley want to see out of this young hitter, Todd Walker. Battle and foul off the pitches that you know you can't handle, get one, and then get a base hit. Ball finding a hole right there. Joey Cora unable to come up with it. Nice slide.
Pat Mears at the plate. Cloude has retired just one man this inning, but he got 2 outs in the at bat. Merced bouncing into a double play. Pat and Matt Lawton now leading the team with 3 home runs. 1 strike. He just keeps hitting. And what's encouraging for the Twins is Mears is getting a lot of extra base hits. The 3 home runs. He's also got 7 doubles. 10 of his 21 hits have gone for extra bases. Cracked his bat, and Rodriguez has to wait for it. But the Twins get a couple of hits and a walk. Strand 2 in the second.
Making your car or truck look great is a breeze at Champion Auto Stores. Stop in right now and pick up the McGuire's product you want. Save money. We'll even throw in some Terry towels. It's the weekly special at Champion Auto.
In case you just tuned in, the Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for our entire broadcasting area. Already, in addition to the heavy rains, there have been reports of lightning strikes as well as extensive flooding throughout our region. Currently, the forecast calls for continued thunderstorms this afternoon and evening, with another 8 to 10 inches of rain possible before this storm system moves out of our area. Now, remember, there's a traveler's advisory in effect until 11 o'clock tonight. So it looks like the only thing to do is to stay inside. Stay tuned for more severe weather updates.
Unfortunately, most drivers are hitting the same place every time. And it's usually when the car insurance bill arrives. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Buy direct from Geico and you can drop a very expensive person from your car insurance policy. The middleman. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You know, for me, baseball has always been about family. And this year, the Twins are even making it easier for families to experience baseball together. Every Saturday night, fans can get 4 tickets, 4 Cokes, 4 hot dogs, a Twins program, and a parking pass for only $25. We're calling it the Coca-Cola Molitor Family Pack, and I'm proud of that.
The Coca-Cola Molitor Family Pack. Call 33 Twins.
Want to be a better do-it-yourselfer? Learning how to do things the right way and the safe way is as easy as watching Car Care Seminar. Plus, each week we have great weekly specials available down at Champion Auto. So tune in to Car Care Seminar.
Dick Bramer and Bert Blyleven with you from the Metrodome, where the Mariners in their 2 first-inning runs are leading the Twins, who got 1 in their first inning. And in the third, it'll be Joey Cora, Alex Rodriguez, and Ken Griffey Jr. Facing Bob Tewksbery. Just off the outside edge, ball 1. Cora off to a good start this year, had a great year last year. Poke to right, and Merced makes the play, and we said that a little nervously because that's the type of ball where right fielders can often lose the ball in the lights.
Yeah, that's the angle that we've seen some right fielders here kind of give up on the ball in the last second. But Merced doing a good job staying with it.
One down, and Alex Rodriguez at the plate. Talked a little bit with Rodriguez today about his background in Miami and how for 2 years when he was in 8th and 9th grade, he quit. There's a slow curve.
Yeah.
50 miles per hour on that pitch.
Well, you know it's going to be coming sooner or later.
Next pitch, a fastball, and it misses for ball 1. 1-1. And Rodriguez gets his second hit. A single to left in the first, now a single to center. I was talking with Rodriguez about how when he was in 8th and 9th grade, he quit baseball. He was burnt out at that young age, growing up in the Miami area where baseball is played year-round. His father played, and he just got so tired of it and wanted to get away from it and picked up basketball instead. And then 2 years later, he was always a good football player too. He quit basketball so he could play football in the fall and then get in condition for baseball in the spring. But here's a guy who's off to a great start, a superbly talented player, and for a couple years in high school he hated the game so much he had to give it up. Speaking of Rodriguez, 1 strike to Griffey. 1-1. Griffey singled to center his first time.
And that's the book right there on Ken Griffey Jr. right now. You see his batting average is just in the 240s. Well, last night 240s. Now his big 3 hits last night up to 274. But you have to pitch him inside. You don't want him to extend his arms. He is so quick.
1-2. I was asking him whether he is seeing more and more fastballs, and he says, yeah, pitchers look at my average. It's been in the 240s. I haven't gotten many hits, and they're challenging more. That will change, of course, as the hits start falling and the home runs start soaring. Then he'll see a wider assortment. But as long as his average is below 300, pitchers are going to feel a little bit freer in going at him with nothing but fastball. A curve lifted to right field, and Merced with the catch makes the play, out number 2. It'll be interesting to see what happens in this at bat with Edgar Martinez. With 2 men aboard in the first inning, Tewksbery looked like he threw Martinez a get-over fastball just to get ahead on the count, and it cost him 2 runs. Now we'll see how Tewksbery, the veteran, approaches another veteran hitter in Edgar Martinez the second time around.
The first time up, I think Tewks wanted to go fastball down and away. It just stayed up. And Martinez, who's been struggling, we saw last night fastballs. He fouled a lot off behind the first base dugout.
Mariners don't do much running. They have just 8 steals on the year. No player with more than 1 stolen base. Strike 1. Think of Martinez as a high average hitter, and he certainly is that. And here he is batting cleanup. Base hit to left. Rodriguez will hold up at second base. There's a reason for him hitting cleanup too. The last 3 years, 29, 26, and 28 home runs. First and second, 2 away. Each Sunday home game is a Pioneer Press not whole day when fans 14 and under receive free admission when accompanied by a paid adult. With the purchase of one upper club ticket, 3 fans 14 and under get free tickets, a pregame autograph session, and the opportunity to run the bases following the game. 2 on, 2 out.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. David Segui, the hitter. Segui bounced out to Todd Walker his first time up. Another Gopher catcher doing a nice job on a pitch in or near the dirt. Ball 1 to David Segui. Walker got it in the webbing of the glove, and the Mariners are done in the third. They strand 2.
Making your car or truck look great is a breeze at Champion Auto Stores. Stop in right now and pick up the McGuire's product you want. Save money. We'll even throw in some Terry towels. It's the weekly special at Champion Auto.
The story? Get the world's fastest sport utility vehicle. Introducing the Grand Cherokee 5.9 Limited. Peterson's 4-wheel and off-road magazine's 4x4 of the year.
Tires Plus, like no other tire store.
Open your imagination. Great American Wicker. Lloyd Flanders, of course. Seasonal Concepts brings you delightful outdoor groups, family vacations in your own backyard, exciting entertainment centers, values for your patio, porch, or pool at every price point. Plus, 6 months, no interest, no payments. Seasonal Concepts, America's #1 patio stores.
Want to be a better do-it-yourselfer? Learning how to do things the right way and the safe way is as easy as watching Car Care Seminar. Plus, each week we have great weekly specials available down at Champion Auto. So tune in to Car Care Seminar.
2-1 Mariners, with Otis Nixon set to lead off the third inning. Nixon bounced out to Joey Cora his first time up. Asked Nixon tonight whether, when he's been on base, whether he's had to change his sliding routine at all because of the broken jaw, which we're happy to say is healing quite nicely. And he said, yeah, he's caught himself a couple of times going in head first anyway when he's been on the bases, but he's trying to slide in feet first to avoid being tagged in the face or banging your jaw on the ground when you slide in head first, which very often happens. That will tell you the slugging percentage and the batting average with the same number, that all his hits are singles. And there's nothing peculiar about that. It's odd that Nixon, with his great speed, has never been much of a doubles hitter.
Well, he's the type of hitter, when he is hitting the ball good, he'll beat it in the ground and beat a lot of balls out. So far early this year, we've seen him hit a lot of fly balls, and that's not Otis Nixon when he's hitting the ball good. Twins need Otis to really get hot, to get on. He makes a lot of things happen.
There's a walk. Second inning in a row where Cloude has started the inning with a walk. He got away with it in the second inning by getting a double play ball off the bat of Merced, but you don't want to do this too many innings in a row. Twins uncharacteristically leading the league in errors along with the Mariners. That's an area that both managers want to tighten up. The new Dodge leaderboard giving you the defensive list of teams struggling in the field right now. It's one of the reasons Russ Davis isn't playing at third base. He's got 5 errors already. Glenn Allen Hill has 3 in left. Twins are struggling defensively in left field as well. Marty Cordova has not played well out there. Ball 1 to Matt Lawton, who hit one into the upper deck on the first pitch from Ken Cloude in the first inning. Over the Twins dugout, 1-1. In the American League, in terms of catchers who shut down the running game, there's Ivan Rodriguez and then there's everybody else. But in that next group, you would have to put Dan Wilson. He has a great arm, and if Cloude gives him any chance at all here, he would stand a good chance of throwing out Otis Nixon if the Twins are thinking of running here. Nixon stays put. Pitch inside, 2-1. Twins have only 4 stolen bases this year. Nixon with 2 in 3 attempts. Ron Coomer has 1. And Matt Lawton has 1. Nixon dives back and Seguin digs out another low throw. That's the second one from Ken Cloude.
Otis Nixon leaning a little bit towards second right here. And Cloude would have been maybe a little closer if he had thrown it more toward Otis Nixon.
Fouled at the plate, 2-2. Lawton walking that off a little bit. Last night he fouled one off his front leg, and you can see he's put on the shin guard. I'm not sure whether that foul hit the shin guard or not, but Lawton was in agony last night. Two and two to Lawton, with the Twins trying to take advantage of the second leadoff walk in a row from Ken Cloude. Two and two, and Nixon gets back. Nixon with 8 straight years of 40+ stolen bases a season. He stays put again, and here's a drive to center. Griffey hardly has to move. One away. The Twins and Marquette Banks are teaming up to bring fans the Marquette Banks Family Section. Located in Section 225, no alcohol may be purchased or consumed in this section. The Family Section ticket package includes a reserve ticket, hot dog, and soft drink for just $11. So if you'd like tickets, call 33 Twins or 1-800-33-TWINS.
One thing the Twins have really tried doing is getting these fans in here. All these great promotions.
Yeah, I walked out last night, and it was a disappointing night for the Twins. They had a pretty nice crowd, over 18,000 here, and I walked out to get to my car, and it was neat to see the clusters of people leaving the ballpark. They were all in family units, you know, mother and father and 2-3 kids, or, you know, maybe a father with 3 or 4 neighbor kids. There goes Nixon. Wilson's throw off target, and Nixon has his 3rd steal of the year. And that's something you can see at a baseball game that you will not see at any other professional sporting event.
Well, they got a real good jump right there. Had the opportunity to read him when Matt Lawton was up. Otis trying to steal, and he's successful.
Going in head first that time. Instincts take over.
See the ball just a little bit high. Rodriguez keeps it from going into center field.
Molitor at the plate, taking a fastball right down the middle to allow Nixon to attempt to steal. Another nice block by Wilson. 1-1.
Well, you know, Dick, you talk about the groups of people that come in. The Twins have a lot of groups that come in on a nightly basis. Like tonight, there's over 3,500 students from JFK Elementary School in Lakeville. Inver Hills Community College, 1,000 students and friends. And ProX Photo employees, over 500. So you can see you not only come on these great packages, you can also come in as groups.
1-1 to Molitor. See, I have a hard time relating to that first group you mentioned. Popped up in foul ground. Segui looks like he's got room. And he makes the play, out number 2. At 3,500 from one school. The first school I went to, we had kindergarten through 8th grade. We had a total of 7 students. I can't relate to a junior high having 3,500 students.
Was JFK Elementary, over 3,500 students, friends, and family members.
Oh, family members too. Okay. 2 down. Nixon at second, and David Ortiz at the plate.
There's only 7 in your class?
Kindergarten, well, no, 7 in the whole school.
In the whole school.
Dumont, Minnesota. Kindergarten through 8th grade. I was 3rd in my class.
Wow. 3rd to what? Graduate?
3rd of 3 students, but I don't tell people the second part. 1 strike to David Ortiz. If Cloude can get out of this in the back-to-back innings, allowing a leadoff walk and still preserving a 1-run lead. Lawton hit the ball hard. Molitor did not. Now he gets a check swing strike on Ortiz, who had a couple of those in his first at bat when he was caught looking. A very high pop-up. Cora with the play. 2 leadoff walks in the second and third innings don't hurt Ken Cloude at all.
Bounce pass, Gugliotta, and drop it, and he'll pound it.
Minnesota's not going to let up defensively.
Sauter downfield.
Taggles from the dome.
Sauter has his 3,000th hit.
MSC, your ultimate sports connection.
These days, people are putting so many things on burgers, they hardly seem like burgers anymore. At Hardee's, we think it's time to go back to those classic ingredients that make a burger taste great. The kind of things you'll find on Hardee's new Classic Bacon Double Cheeseburger. 2 big juicy patties, melted cheese, 8 strips of crispy bacon, lettuce, tomato, and special sauce. The new Classic Bacon Double Cheeseburger, only at Hardee's.
This camera's captured a lot of great times. And my camcorder is wonderful for taping special moments. And for over 80 years, National Camera and Video has been selling these products and more to loyal customers like me. Sure, they're superstores, but I want to know I'm buying from people who know these products inside and out. Plus, National Camera has the largest selection and the lowest prices, guaranteed. It's also where I bought my new big screen. National Camera and Video. You're not paying more, you're getting more.
Want a mower that's fast and fun? You need Snapper's new Yard Cruiser. Designed right, the Yard Cruiser's joystick control allows you to point and go with super responsive zero-turn steering, with easy access, superior visibility, and a pivoting frame that glides over the contours of your lawn, cutting your mowing time virtually in half.
Snapper. Anything less just won't cut it.
Go to the 4th inning, and this is our snapper mow him down inning. Come on, we got to give one away.
Yeah, let's
here.
give one away.
It's the snapper mow him down inning, and if Bob Tewksbery sets down the Mariners 3 up, 3 down by any means, Lorraine Lemke from Minneapolis wins a snapper walk mower valued at $350. And then
that's a motorcycle.
She can hook it up to her motorcycle and take it all
snapper.
the way back to Minneapolis.
Oh,
So
there
much
goes
for
our
that.
snapper.
That's the second base hit to center field that has looked like a knuckleball. That ball wobbled out there, and Nixon had to slam on the brakes in center field. It was diving behind him.
Glenn Allen Hill is so strong. Look at this, almost like a chop down swing. Looked like you probably chopping your wood. But he doesn't follow through like a Ken Griffey Jr. He just kind of chops at it real quick.
A leadoff single in the fourth, and Jeff Hewson will come to the plate. We can't, despite our greatest efforts, we can't seem to give away a lawnmower this year.
It's not like we haven't tried.
No, we've done our part, but Lorraine, your bid for a free lawnmower lasted one pitch. Sorry about that.
Blame him.
Yeah, he's the guy who threw the pitch. Hewson lifted a fly ball to Matt Lawton his first time up. And there goes Hill. The pitch chopped to the right side. Hill has no idea where it is. Safe at second. Hill got confused and stopped doing his best Lonnie Smith imitation. But he got to second base anyway. I don't know whether Walker would have had a play on Hewson going down the line or not.
That's a straight steal. See Walker right there. He doesn't know where the ball is. And Hill just getting in. Oh, they rule it a base hit.
In retrospect, of course, Walker should have thrown to first, but when a runner stops in front of you and looks over his shoulder wondering where the ball is, I'm sure Walker felt, hey, here's a chance to get the lead runner. So Hill's at second, Hewson's at first, and here's Dan Wilson. Mariners lead it 2-1. Twins play in at the corners, and Wilson lays down a good bunt. Tewksbery bobbled it momentarily. Bare-handing it, I'm sure, with thoughts of perhaps throwing to third, but once it rolled up his wrist a little bit, he decided to get the sure out.
Well, when you let this ball go and Wilson bunting the ball, you become an infielder. When Bob Tewksbery went after this ball, he was thinking third base right here. And you can see Terry Steinbach yelling first base, first base. Tewksbery deciding to get the out. A nice sacrifice bunt by Dan Wilson.
A run will score on the hopper to Walker. 2 down. Radmanovich gets an RBI. And it's 3-1. And Hewson also moving up a base. Joey Cora comes to the plate. Still one game left in this series tomorrow afternoon. We'd love to see you here. If not, pick your dates for the 98 season and call the charge lines and let them know when you'd like to come. Joey Cora had done a nice job in 4 years with the White Sox. They felt they needed to make room for Ray Durham, and so they let Joey Cora go. And he signed with the Mariners as a free agent, and it's probably something that the Mariners or the White Sox have regretted. I mean, they were in a situation where they had to find a place for Durham, but Durham has not set the world on fire, and Cora has really performed well in Seattle with averages of 297, 291, and last year 300. Mariners get one more in the fourth.
Just in case you were wondering, Kent Hrbek's life is great. First, I get to play 13 great seasons with the Minnesota Twins. Now I get to sit in stands with my buddies and enjoy a cold one at a great price. Every Friday night, fans 21 and over receive 2 seats in the Bud Bleacher section, 2 hot dogs, and 2 cold drinks for only $18. What a deal. Yeah, life is great.
This can save your head. This can save your eyes. But if you dig near underground utilities, this can save your life.